Hello. Today is Wednesday, April 1st. So, April Fools. No, it's really April 1st. It's the truth. I just really quickly want to review what we've been doing, the summarizing. And I'm going to just kind of let you know a couple of things that I'm seeing. First and foremost, you need to make sure that when I post an assignment for you, that you're looking at everything. I even said read through all the directions below, and I get the feeling not everyone's reading all of the directions. I know that we're not because point number 2 here says choose 2 links from the list to read through and summarize. When you do this, be sure to take down the title of the article and the name of the authors so you can begin each summary with that information. I am not seeing everyone doing this. Some people are, but not everybody is. And that's a problem. So you want to make sure whenever you have an assignment that you are really thoroughly reading through what those directions are. Take note of the different bullet points. Oh, I should make sure that I have the title of the article and name of the author at the very, very beginning. That should be your very first sentence. Um, Also, it says make sure you paraphrase in your own words. This is a summary, guys. We're not quoting the article. We're going to be quoting when we're asked to provide text evidence or if we're asked to cite things, but you're not asked to do either of those two things. You are summarizing 2 articles chosen from a list using the title and author name as well as academic language. So I said that up here and down here. So there should be no reason I'm not getting it, okay? That being said, I'm going to really quickly go over an MLA heading. You guys all know what an MLA heading is. It looks like this, okay? So obviously I'm the professor to myself. You want to always make sure that you have a title, and your title should be whatever it is that you're doing. So we're doing a summary. That's going to be your title. Make sure it's centered, okay? What I did here, I did an example for you to see of what a complete summary of one extensive work would look like. So essentially what I did, if you remember, this is the peer-reviewed journal. The timing of work, okay? And I took this and I did a summary of it so that you could see an example. You have all learned how to go through creating a summary step by step. We've done this, we've talked about it. You definitely did it last year with Mr. Pluhar or Mrs. Schrader, whoever you had, or Mr. Stock. We all did this. So I started out my summary with the title of the article, The Timing of Work, Rethinking the U.S. Convention on the Full-Time Hourly Work Week. Notice that that is in quotation marks. That's what you should be doing. And then also make sure that you list the author's names, okay? So that's the very, very first sentence, okay? The title and the authors. Moving forward, I like to kind of start off with the general point that they're making. There are a variety of challenges to reducing the 40-hour work week, okay? Many argue that there is a great amount of inefficiency in the way we work and that 32 hours in a work week is all that is necessary. So I started off with the basic central idea of this text, okay? And where did I get that information? Got it in the introduction. Okay, so I took this information and I summarized it in basically my very first sentence. Okay, moving forward, the next thing that I did, my next sentence here, um, I got this information from here. Okay, so the human use of work time. Okay, feel free if you want to look back at this article. I still have that link up from a few days back. But basically, I'm taking this information and I'm summing it up. Okay, so each of those really big ideas, I'm summing up. The world has changed greatly, and personal time must be figured into the mess. Ooh, that's not really academic language. I'm going to probably change that word before I send it into Professor Schrader, okay? Um, but this is my base to start from. The world has changed greatly, and personal time must be figured into the mess, along with the time required to be at work and commute time, etc. Okay, so that is summing up this section here. 3 paragraphs I'm summing up. Okay, so work week hours. Oh no, actually, I'm already here. Work week hours to counter not. I summed these ideas up. The big main ideas there, I summed up in this section. Okay. Additionally, technology aids us in completing tasks quickly and affords us the opportunity to work from home. This saves time and money for the employer and employee, but it doesn't work for everyone, especially those who work with their hands. So again, those main ideas, as we move throughout here, they're talking about technology, working smarter rather than harder, how it's a little bit more difficult for some people to be able to do this. I summed all of that up in a sentence here, okay? Notice at no point am I quoting anything. There are quotation marks, but it's quoting the title of the article, and that's it. I went through, I made sure that I added my transition words. Additionally, this saves time and money for the employer and employee, but it doesn't work for everyone, especially those who work with their hands. Conversely, so there I used another transition. The connectedness of today's technology means that many employees spend after hours working and are often distracted from work tasks, but this can be remedied with flexibility of work hours. Change will require attention to these points, but the reward is greater productivity with less time taken. Okay, so I really just wanted to show you an example there, and that is this entire article. Okay, many of you are doing a really great job with the summary part. It's just that I'm seeing a lot of quotations kind of taking up space, and I'm not seeing people introduce the summary with the title of the article and the name of the authors. Please, moving forward, make sure that you're doing that, okay? I'm going to actually have people go back through their other summaries, and I'm going to have you make those changes based on what I just talked about. We'll go slow through it, but we're getting geared up to write another argumentative research paper, and this is going to be our topic. So we're going to all do it together. We're going to take it slowly, step by step, but this is the first thing that we want to look at. We want to look at what we can get from each article, what's going to be important, what's going to be helpful. By having this summary here, I can go back to it and say, oh, you know what? I noticed this article is talking about things that I want to talk about in my article or in my research paper. So I know I can come back to it using my summaries. So we're going to go real nice and slow through this. I really do want you to make sure that you are using this format. Okay, so that's going to be your assignment today. Check the post on my ELA wall just to clarify.